Horn Hangouts. My goodness me, I can't believe how many of you are out there. I mean, we've had so many messages already on the chat. You are watching literally all over the world. It's weird times for the Australians and the Japanese. We've got some Japanese friends who are awake at 5 o'clock in the morning. Handsome Tim is in Melbourne and has got up. What time is it over there, Tim?
Oh, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. Very early for me.
Yeah, but what you don't know is that you and I, what the others don't know is you and I were on the chat already an hour ago. So you were up at 6. So thank you for doing that.
It's my pleasure. Absolutely my
Cheers to
pleasure.
you. Welcome, everybody. I know the motto of the moment is stay at home, and that's what we're all doing. And this is why we're trying to connect with you through the Horn Hangouts. That's why we founded them all those years ago, is to connect the Horn community. And yeah, that's what we're doing. And I've got a co-host today. I am so happy and excited that Stefan Dora's joined us. Hi, Stefan.
Hello, Sarah. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I miss you.
I miss you too. I miss actually playing with you.
Yeah. It's so weird. It's just like today we should have been rehearsing for Fidelio for Baden-Baden.
In Baden-Baden already.
We would have been there already.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I lose track of the day. Do you guys all lose track of the days? I mean, it's really like outside. It's like the first of January at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's like
It looks like Sunday every day in the morning. When I go with the dogs, there's nobody there, just a couple of dog owners. That's it. It's quite empty. Yeah.
It's quite empty. It's really so weird. Everyone's writing in. We love to hear where you're watching from. We love to hear what you're drinking. Here it's a cup of tea. Stefan, what are you drinking?
Here it's 9 o'clock in the evening. So I actually, because I was waking up very early this morning and I had already a bit of dinner before we started this. So I had actually one beer.
Okay.
And
One beer. It was 2 beers a few minutes ago, but okay.
Yeah, no, 1.5.
Okay,
Still
okay.
waiting for me for after the talk, so that's
Well,
nice.
that's allowed. 9 o'clock. We are so happy to have you here as a co-host. Thank you so much. And everybody, if you can write all your messages in. For those of you watching on the website, I have all your questions here on my iPad, and on Facebook, we can see where you're all coming in for. I can't really follow all those questions right now. Handsome Tim is monitoring the chat, so if you really want me to ask something, put it over on the website. It's easier for me to see. But all of you joining in, Newport, Carolina, Jessica from Pennsylvania, George from Las Vegas, Marcus from Darmstadt. We could go on for ages. Scotland. Oh my goodness, this is really quite incredible. But let's get to some questions, Stefan, because that's what we're hanging out for, right?
Absolutely.
I don't know who saw Stefan's Hangout, the first one he did, but there was a cliffhanger. Do you all know what a cliffhanger is? Stefan, do you know what a cliffhanger is?
I know the movie.
Yes.
It's not very good.
No, but a cliffhanger is if somebody wants to know something and at the very last minute you can't. The series it ends and the credits come and you think, oh, I've got to watch next.
Oh yeah, so I have to watch the next one. Yeah,
that's right.
That's what we did.
That's what we did, because you had just told us that you had played the whole Bruckner 4 in the Berlin Philharmonic on trial without a tongue.
Not on trial, but no, I could not. It was about, I think it was there for a couple of years, but I couldn't play. I couldn't use my tongue to attack notes for about 5 or 6 months. So no one actually realized except of me, but that was not very funny.
No, that is really not very funny. And you told us about that. We were very grateful and touched that somebody who we all call the GOAT, the greatest of all time. I hope you're blushing. I don't give you these many compliments at work. It's only because I miss you right now.
Thank you.
And then the door opened and Lucky came in, your black Labrador, and completely basically upset the whole hangout because he ate all the gummy bears that fell on the ground.
That's right.
And you were just about to tell us something else. You were just about to tell us about something about your high range?
Yeah. I remember very clearly that. And that's a couple of years ago too. I was having a bit of a summer holiday that happened. I didn't play the horn for maybe just 10 days, 2 weeks. I don't take long breaks in the summer. But then I had to, I did my comeback embouchure program, playing, practice quite a lot. And then I think we had a summer tour. So we had a week of rehearsals and like 5, 6, 7 concerts. And the program was like Mahler 2 and Brahms 1. So Brahms 1 is very low, quite low register all the time. And Mahler 2 is also not so, not so demanding and not,
Well,
And somehow after that, I had to play Mozart 4 like a week later. And I couldn't get my high notes. I was like, and Mozart 4 is not high. I mean, usually
there's quite a few high
there's
notes
quite a
too.
few. It's a quite long first movement. I mean, at the end of the first movement, just having the bum gets a bit like but usually it's not a big problem.
It's
But
where the trill goes.
I couldn't get these. Yeah, I couldn't get them out. Yeah, I was really I was struggling so hard. So I decided actually, after I had this problem, to go back to my teacher and ask for advice.
And your teacher was Eric Pencil.
That was Eric Pencil at that time, yes. And I mean, that was my former teacher. I think I didn't go for a lesson for a couple of years, maybe 10, 8, something like this. But actually, the concert I played Mozart for was in Köln in the Philharmonie, and I was like, oh, why don't I just use the time and call him? I still know the number by mind, still have it in my brain. Don't know why.
Better not tell us all now.
No, I won't tell him, but I have it. But I went, and then he asked me what the story was before, what happened before, and he was listening. He said, "Oh, actually, you're fine." And I said, but he said, "Okay, build up again, slowly build up again." It's just that Brahms 1 and everything is like quite opens your embouchure opening is just too open. You need to focus a bit on the high. So set up every exercise you do and don't start it where you usually start. Just start higher.
What was your feeling? What was your feeling? What were the lips doing? Were they not vibrating? Were they not? What was your feeling?
I think I was. Yeah, they were not. I think that the high register didn't really speak, so I had to use a lot of pressure. And the more pressure I used, the earlier tired the lips did get, and that of course is a cycle. If you're in that and you can't stop it, then it's like it's going on, and you need to stop and reset and just build up a higher tension. Don't try to make the biggest sound of the world. Try to focus on flexibility, high range, keep notes a bit for longer every day, so that you sort of like rebuild your muscles. Not these ones.
Stefan Dor's muscles. Do it again, Stefan. We want to see your muscles close up.
Which one? Nice.
You've been practicing. I can see it.
I've been practicing today. Actually, now not there so much because I gave myself a little time out for a bit more than a week. So I restarted yesterday. And maybe we can talk about how to restart.
Absolutely. I think that's a really good idea. There are so many, I can't keep up. There's so many amazing questions from you guys coming in. We will see them all. We may not get to them all now, but we will see them all, and I will answer as many as I can on the chat. I love the fact you're all saying where you're watching from. It's really quite incredible. So we'll get to some of them, I promise. Like there's one, don't let me forget this one. This is a really good one, Stefan. Amateur Utility Shifting D says, I'm raising my hand for a question. What exercises would be good for amateurs on a practice mute, since the mute pushes notes tighter together? This is a really good one. Let's get to the practice mute, but first tell us how, when you've had a break, we're all maybe having a bit of a corona break, although from some of you, I have the feeling you're playing even more than ever because everyone's doing a cappella, everybody's live streaming, everybody's playing together, which is really nice.
Yeah.
So tell us, what do you do?
I think the most important thing is not that you change your exercises or your routine, but you change the timing in it. So if you usually do like whatever exercise you do, just take a bit more time before you go to the next step. Take a bit more time, maybe don't go as high as you used to for the first day. Don't go as low. Try to shape the notes. Try to make it really sounding beautiful, but in the range you can reach, and then extend from there. The first day, usually the first 10 minutes, perfect. The embouchure is there. You just play. You have never been as good.
No problem. I can do this. I
Yes.
can take a break every year.
But then you try to play through first movement of Mozart 4 or Strauss 1, and you think, oh, that is different. So I think you know, of course, you lose a bit of muscles here. You lose a bit of muscles and the support.
Yeah.
You gain a bit of weight the next days also with Corona because you
Tell me about it. Hey, what's it like for you guys? Today, in honor of the Hangout, I got out of my jogging trousers, my jogging pants, my sweatpants, and put on my jeans. And I thought, oh dear.
Yeah.
This is not good.
It's not good because cooking becomes one of my obsessions these days. Interesting. So, but I forgot a horn here.
Good. I've got one too.
I can't play loud because it's already like 9:10 or something.
But have any of you got your horns? Anybody else got your horns here? Yeah, let us know. Are you playing along? Good.
So I actually, what I do for my daily warm up is and then so I bend a bit, the second last note.
Why do we bend, Stefan?
To not press your way up, but sort of like have the flexibility to to be flexible in the lips to go up and make the embouchure a bit smaller and then opening. Keep this make this very beautiful. Like this is my first task in the morning, to play these sounds really like, oh, they have to be good and they have to be smooth and
because the motto is always make the best sound you can. Always. Doesn't matter what time of the day or night, always make the best sound you can. And I think it's really important in the mornings. There's all sorts of different techniques out there. People doing flutter tonguing, people doing loud notes, long notes. I agree with Stefan. I do exactly the same thing as him. Make it as beautiful as you can.
Yeah. You can, this going up. Slow, but and next up. Yes.
May I ask a question?
Sure.
Izzy wanted to know. Izzy is literally doing that exact stamp exercise right now. Joan wants to know, what is your mute?
Okay, this one, look, it doesn't look very pretty anymore because it has been traveling.
Mine
has been traveling in my suitcase, and you can like do that. I'm blowing up again, but some dents stay. It's Okura mute from Japan.
They don't make these anymore.
No, they do a different one.
Look, oh, whoops, oh my mute.
Not that one.
Whoops.
Don't fall.
These are the new Okura mutes. And they actually sound quite good. They screw better into your bell.
Actually, everything like that is recorded on these like iPads, or it's like sounds like shit, but that's fine.
Beep. This is my favorite. It's still my favorite practice mute.
Is that the old one? Because the new one is a bit smaller one.
Yeah, it's the old silent. I was too cheap to buy the new one. It's the old silent brass without the. You remember we had a little thing here. We had this.
Yeah, you could switch from church to practice room to concert hall.
I just thought I was great. I always sounded great. So I threw away that bit and put in this, and this is for me the best one. Because not the sound, but the feeling.
The feeling is okay. It's usually always the practice mutes are a bit more easy to play than you usually would play. Yeah. So I do sometimes change to To just play stop, because that gives a bit more, yeah.
Ah, that was stopped. Now that is something we also practice. Why do you practice stopped?
Yeah, I do have to practice stop a lot, because practicing with a practice mute in the hotel after a while is not, for me, it's not very good for my embouchure.
No.
But what I do play whole concertos stopped.
Oh, that's interesting for
So,
your strength. Play us some Strauss stopped, please.
But I don't transpose.
Ah,
So
okay.
I just finger the original as I would play,
I'm going to try that. Oh, that's much easier.
Yeah.
I think
No, it is, and it's very good. It's quite good for the support. You feel support is more in charge of the, of keeping the notes straight.
Yeah.
Because if you have like lower notes, so you need a bit more support, and also you need a bit more muscle power than.
And when you say muscle power, where do you mean?
Yeah, you have to keep these with a lot of tension.
Yeah.
And so that they don't get wobbly or fluttering. Yeah. There's these two. You have a bit lower. Yeah, there's these ones.
Here.
Yeah.
I'm imagining thousands of bass players around the world doing this right
Doing
now.
this weight.
Oh, you're technical wizard. Nice. You could have shaved.
No. I gave that. I try things out. I'm trying beard and not to go to the
good.
long hair. I will have long hair soon.
Oh, good. We'll all have our normal hair color soon. That's terrible. Anyway.
So you have the ring muscle. That one. Yeah. What you also have two that are here in charge. Yeah. So if you put them down, that makes your chin going, quite like straight. But then you have to put the ring a bit together again, otherwise the sounds get really flat. So
you mustn't smile, is basically what you're saying. Never smile.
Oh, you can smile a bit. That's fine, but not.
No. If you're
Usually that
on
is not
Facebook,
very good for the sound. So.
If you're watching on Facebook right now, which you are, because I can see it, there's so many of you watching, I absolutely love it. Write in where you're watching from. If you have any really cool questions for Stefan, write them here on the website. Tim has posted the thing. We're getting so many people. Jen Montone has joined. Hey, Jen. Jen says she likes practicing stopped much more than with a practice mute.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Yeah, much more. And someone wants to know, somebody asked if we could get the mutes in orange. No idea, you have to ask. Costas, Costas, you're right. This is Costas's mute. This is my main mute behind me from my GR.
Can't see it at the moment. The wooden one?
The wooden one, yeah. And it's really beautiful.
I can't see it.
You can't see it? Oh, sorry. Nope. I think you guys can, though.
Maybe.
It's beautiful, but I don't like practicing with a real mute.
It's too loud most of the time.
Loud. The neighbors complain. There's a
But Costas, thank you for that mute. That's very nice.
We absolutely love these mutes. Thank you. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do a bit of publicity for him here. Oh, there we go. There's mine. Isn't it beautiful?
You have got the Berlin one.
I know.
Yeah, look at that. Berliner Dom.
Berlin. Isn't it beautiful? And my name. Stefan just got Stefan Door.
That's nice too.
It is really nice, really nice. Okay, so where were we? Here. So the embouchure of, especially when you're getting back into shape, do you consciously control what you're doing here?
Yeah, I do. I look sometimes. I mean, it is what you have to do, especially at the beginning, that you don't get into what I had, sort of like, this is too open. It's like, oh, so, and then no control, and try that looks like it had looked before, usually, and it doesn't look like too stressed. That's nice too, most of the time. So whatever looks stressed mostly sounds stressed.
That's very, very true. Mark Weaver asked, do I recall you mentioning something about playing forward into the mouthpiece, Stefan? Because we've got a lot of young players watching too, because no one's at school. So we're all doing our horn work here. It's a really important thing that I really encourage from a very early age. You know, what you actually showed me this when I joined the Berlin Phil, because I was getting a double buzz like crazy. Do you remember?
Yeah, absolutely.
So can you just explain this playing forward in the mouthpiece?
Yeah, the thing is, if you, it's hard to demonstrate on. Let's see, we have these magic. Okay. So if you try to buzz on this part of some of the horns have it. Sorry.
Just wiping the spit off my screen.
So you have, where is it? Ah, here it is. Okay. If you have these.
My goodness me.
Something similar.
What games are you playing?
Yeah, it's like usually to blow like bubbles and things.
Oh yeah.
So see that the opening you have doesn't get too flat. So that is so if you come from here, that is quite
Show us something wrong. Show us what's wrong in your opinion.
Okay, wrong. Wrong. Oh no, that's not appropriate. But the thing is, when you go too much here, you have a easy high register, but you can't really control it. So I try to play high, because what do you need for high notes? You need a high tension of the lips, so they vibrate faster, and a high air speed. And of course you can do, by going to this very smiley joker face position, but it actually will kill the sound. So try to keep that round by avoiding to go too much there.
I'm reading that. I'm absolutely fascinated. Everyone's there asking if you can do bubbles as well. There are young kids watching from Denmark in Copenhagen, says Licks. Tuba players watching, Harold from Castle. That's good. Yay, tuba players. And Brianna says you can use the second valve B flat side. Let's try that. Very good, Brianna. Look.
That's what it was.
That's what it was. Oh. I couldn't see that
That's
part.
what it was.
I couldn't see that part.
Sorry, that is here.
That's good to know.
Yeah. Just for demonstration, not every B flat side has this long thing. It's just on the horn to pull it out easier. That's why they do.
I'm so impressed. I thought you'd been preparing with some sort of surgical instruments for this hangout. Shame on you. All right. So, Hornella is watching. Hornella is in Buenos Aires. She's a very young horn player and she plays really fantastic. And she said she's so happy to be here. Muchas gracias, lo amo y me admiro mucho. Yeah, I'll translate that later. The rest of it, Hornella, I'm sorry, my Spanish is muy male. I will look at this later. Bart from the Netherlands said he started playing he's 44 and he started playing 6 months ago.
Great. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's really, really great. So on the Hangouts, we have really everyone. And I'm struggling here because I want to give something for everybody, because we've got beginners,
Sure.
We've got like fantastic professionals who are watching. And F-Horn Patrick is watching. I know he's been doing some great live streams for younger players. Fantastic stuff you're doing out there, Patrick. Well done. What do you think we need in this very first horn hangout? I would like some motivation right now, because sitting at home alone with my horn, missing you guys, and knowing I'm not going to play a concert not knowing when the next concert is. It's really
I think what we should do is we should start to play in the green books. So you play your part. We base everything on you because you've got the best information and you play fourth horn. And then I play my part, and we can maybe play like all the parts, and someone can decide which part. You have to find out how that works.
Okay.
but that
that.
someone, can just leave out a part or something and you can join us in playing. That would be really
That
lovely.
sounds pretty cool.
I think we should work on that a bit for the next days. Maybe even.
Do you guys have any suggestions? Do you have any suggestions? How are you keeping motivated? Because it would really help us all online to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because that
I mean,
think that would be really helpful.
what I can say, just to keep in shape sometimes, I do actually take my iPad, put headphones on, put the Bruckner Symphony and play it through.
Okay.
Yeah, it hurts a bit sometimes if you're alone and your neighbors won't like you, but you can do it stopped and transpose. That is, funny sometimes.
What do your neighbors say to that?
I'm actually quite lucky here. I haven't heard anything the last week. I think maybe downstairs neighbors are not here. I don't have any neighbors except for downstairs here. That's good. So beside there's a terrace, so no one there. Upstairs, just sky. Easy.
Yesterday at 6 p.m. In all of Germany, musicians went out onto the balcony and played Beethoven, the theme to fourth movement of Beethoven 9, Freude schöne Götterfunken, and it was freezing. And
it's very cold at the moment. Yeah, absolutely.
Nobody heard. I played it once at the front and then once at the back of the house, and all I got was one yoo-hoo from miles away. That was it. So I just thought, okay, maybe I'll just practice in home.
No, I didn't hear anybody.
So people are saying, somebody said, what are the green books?
Okay, good. It's a collection of like
tomorrow I'll show them to you.
How many are there? 100 little, from folk songs to opera choirs like Freischütz, like Meistersingers, and Happy Birthday March and a waltz medley, and they are like small and green, and they're outside plastic, so you can even play them in the rain, more or less.
We've played them in every occasion, and also in every state of human consciousness.
Yes, and also they are very easy to play with. I mean, maybe we could think about having them or parts of it in the internet somewhere. Publisher rights, we have to find out.
We do. People are liking that idea very much. Someone suggested Koprush to keep in shape.
All exercises. I mean, look what I have here. What I actually don't like to play very much, but then
yes, I was playing those. Yes. Good. Okay.
I found out that I haven't played all of them, but now I am, and they're quite hard.
I made a little list, Stefan. Can I tell you my motivation list? Would you guys like to hear my motivation list?
Please.
So it carries on right from what Stefan was showing us, the Vern Reynolds etudes. You all know the studies. We've all got study books or on your iPads or whatever. And there are always the ones you skip over because there are too many sharps, too many flats. It's too low. It's too high.
Much bass clef.
Too much bass clef. Exactly. Bass clef. Very important to practice bass clef during the times of Corona. Very important. Very good, Maxime, Alphonse. I skip a lot of those. Those are hard. So now is the time, guys, to do the studies that we always skip over. You know what I mean, Stefan, don't you?
Absolutely. I also, what I want to do is because we are here living with 4 people. So Tom is living here, and Tom is a pianist, but he has no piano here, but he has a keyboard. But I have all this library of music, but you can also find a lot in the internet, like in IMSLP, have a look, there's horn and piano. Try to sight read things. Just download them and sight read them. Some are very difficult, but some are quite easy and fun. So just flip them through, download them, or don't download, or just play them online or whatever. Just have a look. There's some lovely things there. So it's good to sight read a bit sometimes.
But there's some tuba etudes that I like to practice, and now is the time, guys. I want you all to practice low horn. Okay? When I started playing low horn, nobody ever practiced low horn because it was just something you did when you couldn't get the high notes. So, I
actually started on the low horn.
Yeah, but you practice low every day, Stefan. You know.
No, but also my very first contract was when I was 17. I played second and fourth horn in Gelsenkirchen in the orchestra. And
Good.
my
Nice try.
bass clef reading wasn't very good. And I went to the first rehearsal of Tristan and Isolde on fourth horn. It was no fun. Oh, that was no fun.
That's
Yeah,
very,
that was
and that
really like
stop note.
frightening. Yeah, stop notes load on there somewhere. Yeah, bass clef in D and then stop. Forget about it. No, not fun.
There's all sorts of people writing in about what they are doing. There's Amy Sanchez from UCLA. She started a weekly horn challenge, a core owner challenge. Oh, boom, boom. Recording Bach cello suites. There's all sorts of stuff. Oh, Handsome Tim says tuba etudes are the best. That's because Handsome Tim is a tuba player. So yes, Tim, I agree. Gallet, second choose Maxime Alphonse. Great guys, keep it all coming. What etudes you play, what you would suggest. My other motivation, can I tell you what? I've only got 3 more things on my motivation.
Please, of course, we have time. Everyone has a lot of time now.
Everyone, yeah, I know. Everyone's here. You're all hanging out. So it's the playing the studies and not just turning the pages of the ones you don't like because they're too hard. Playing those ones. Also stretching, you know, I forget all the time when I'm practicing, like warming up, to stretch. That exactly. There's any of you got your horns out? Ah, up. Yeah. Oh, that's quite hard. Yeah, those. What else? Drop your head.
Yeah,
This
head.
is, yeah.
You know, that one.
These are all, that's really important, and we forget to do it when we're stressed, when we're rushing to rehearsals, when we're rushing home. We forget. So that's something I really decided. You stretch your arms out like that. And then the other thing, practicing slowly. That's something we always forget. We think, go do my warm up. Try doing your warm up half speed for once. You know, really controlling everything that Stefan.
My one is already half speed.
You do a good warm up. Other people go do do. Keeping that exactly what you were talking about, you know, the support in that. And then you have to play something fun every day. Stefan, what would you play for fun?
Oh, no, that wasn't a half speed. That's double speed. Sorry, I'm very sorry. No, okay. I think sight reading is the most fun thing I do at the moment. That's sort of like enjoyable.
Okay, good. So we're going to print out some stuff. If any of you find any good things on that we can print out from other instruments, will you tell us about them tomorrow? Because tomorrow, the good news is we're coming back at the same time, aren't we, Stefan?
Same time?
Same time tomorrow, 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Can you manage? Are you free?
Oh, I think I can manage. Sure.
I can hear Handsome Tim groaning because he has to get up at 6 o'clock again tomorrow morning.
Maybe he can get up like 6:45 because now we have tested everything. I think it seemed to be working fine.
It seems to be working. I built a little studio. I've had a lot of comments on my tripod. I built a tripod out of vegetarian cookbooks, Berlin Philharmonic books, photo albums, and Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, fine. So what's tomorrow on? What are we talking about?
You know what I would say? I'll go through all these wonderful questions.
Yeah.
And I will pick out some really good ones. And we will get to these questions tomorrow, because today has been a sort of happy you're all here, especially wherever you are in the world. It's really, really quite amazing. Oh, there's some very good ones. Play standing up. Very good. Who said that? William in Batumi, Georgia. Oh, here we go. We get Stefan's tummy. Oh, that's a good chair. Very good.
It's a good chair. You can sit upright. You're sort of leaning on your knees.
That's good.
You're always like in motion. That's why I'm not seasick. And I'm not drunk. Not yet. But
Not yet.
this is like, moving. Very good for your back.
Heidi Oros wants to know, should we bring our horns to the next hangout? Of course, bring your horns to the next hangout. Maybe we can all play something together. What do you think?
Definitely.
Can we think of something?
Don't open the windows.
Okay.
No, I think we can, and we can go on with some daily exercises, things, maybe in between a bit, so have that.
That sounds really good, guys. This is fantastic. Will we see you back here tomorrow? I hope so.
Absolutely.
Either on Facebook, live on the Horn Hangers page, or on the website. You know what to do. You know where to go. And Stefan, we'll let you go back. You've got dinner. You've got some more dinner waiting? Or
I think they're all asleep already. I don't know. I would have dinner alone. I have to take Lucky out.
Lucky, is Lucky here? Can we see him?
I think he's sleeping.
Oh,
Let me have a look.
what is this? Wake him up. So guys, thank you for joining in. I'm going to go through all your questions and pick out some really juicy ones for Stefan tomorrow. And oh great, thanks for the tip on ISMLP. Thank you for that, Wayne B. David.
I think he's coming.
He's coming. Ah, how does alcohol affect your thoughts? We'll talk about tomorrow. Is he here?
He's
Oh,
a bit lazy. He's getting older. He's here. Wait.
Oh, Bloch sweets. Thank you, Tord. That's a fantastic thing. Look, Lucky. Here's your Auntie Sarah. Hello. Oh, it's nice. He doesn't like being picked up, right?
No.
Oh, Lucky. He usually yowls when you're playing hand stopped, right?
Yeah, that's why I can't really practice stopped in the same room, because he doesn't like it at all. I don't know if he doesn't like it, but it sings along. So he doesn't go away. So maybe he even likes it.
Cute. The last thing we want to do, Handsome Tim suggested this, right? We were doing a selfie. We're doing a global horn selfie. Okay, so get your phones into selfie mode. Stefan, you got your horn ready. Stefan and I are now posing for selfies. To say we'll beat this stupid virus. Okay, ready? Ready to go? 1, 2, 3. Ah!
Perfect.
There we go. We want to see these. Post them for us. # Horn Hangouts anywhere on any of this. You know what to do, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Stefan. You're a hero.
Thank you, Sarah. See you soon.
Tomorrow. And thank you, Handsome Tim. Where are you? Are you back here? Are you coming back? Handsome Tim. Where is he?
Gone. He's sleeping.
I'm awake.
Tim, how was that for you?
That was great. I think we should finish it up now. Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. Have a nice breakfast.
We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.